Ooh.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy.
The doors swing open and the portcullis rises up, and you step into a long hallway. And at the end of the hallway are two large metal doors.
Okay, are we... Bam.
And as you approach them, they are opened for you. And there, sitting upon two very opulent white thrones, are the king and queen of Reilden.
I take a knee.
I take a knee and say, King James, Queen Mary, King James, you have a lovely name. We are the Sentinels in Clelen, and we are here to respond to your missive.
Throck's looking around, and then he notices Arranis and Seven and just gets down on the knee.
Yeah. Aera flares her wings out a little bit and takes a knee as well.
I reach over and grab... Oh, no, I can't. I'm too far away. I kind of motion to Throkk to grab Zed and pull him to make him take a knee.
Yeah.
Oh, right, we're doing royal stuff. Knee.
Doing this.
Why are there only 4 tokens?
No, Aera is hiding.
Where?
Aera's
there.
Aera's not sure where to stand, so she's just sort of like awkwardly behind everyone
Just
else.
stand yourself over here. You're the same rank and file as us.
Yep.
The queen kind of giggles a little bit at the whole thing with Zed, and the king smiles very warmly at you all and says, "You may arise now."
Yeah, rise.
There's much that's changed since I left 6 or 7 months ago.
I imagine it has. And he stands up and kind of walks a little bit closer to you guys.
With respect, we encountered quite a lot of suspicion on our way into the city. We had heard that there was some mishap having to do with someone trying to take your life. Someone like a bard of some sort.
Not quite a bard, but yes, let me explain, shall I? Well, first I feel the need to... Arranis, I'm aware of you, but I do not think I know much of your compatriots.
Of course,
Let me quickly describe the king. He is definitely in his mid to late 30s. You can see a little bit of graying hair coming up on the sides of his head. He has a very short, stubbly brown beard, long brown hair that's been pulled back into a ponytail, and he wears this gorgeous steel armor with this huge lightning bolt with a fist symbol emblazoned on the breastplate. Sitting next to his throne, you can see a sword where the hilt is an arm like this with a lightning bolt going across, and then the sword itself is rising up. You get the sense that there is something some kind of powerful magic about that sword, and a shield rests on the other side of the throne, which is made out of marble and red cloth. Queen Mary, next to her throne, sits a thin rapier with a silver scabbard. She's also in her mid-30s, long brown hair that kind of wraps around and spills over onto the front of her. She's in a very nice green dress with a cape as well. King James is also wearing a crown with a large jewel set in the front with multiple jewels set on the side, and Queen Mary is wearing a similar crown that's a little bit thinner.
Do I recognize that as the Arranis symbol?
Yes.
My good king, this is Aera Tic-a-Tac from the Aeroca monks. Throkk, the breaker of chains. Mavarax Hadar the Seventh, who you might recognize as the rightful heir to the Draconic throne up in the northeast. And Zed Falstar, the most high priest, or soon-to-be most high priest of Pelor, wielder of the Sun Scepter.
And he kind of nods his head at each of you as you are introduced.
My king, you seem prepared for an inevitable war. Certainly, you could probably go about your day-to-day more casually. If the skill of the queen is anything remotely to what I've heard, that you're well beyond safe hands.
You speak well.
Well, I mean, he is a bard.
Shut up.
As I would expect of a
Don't
man
get me
of old.
fucking executed, man.
Aera snickers.
And Queen Mary smiles sweetly at you, and she seems to blush a little bit at your compliments. Yes, this is true, though. There was an attempt made on my life. Unfortunately.
I mean, they didn't succeed, right?
I mean,
Of course not.
that's good.
They were a group
recent events have led
from-
me to believe that that's a worthy question to ask in this day and age.
I mean, he's not a zombie, Arranis.
We don't know that.
They were a group from the south, coming from the swamps.
What did their people
The
want?
swamps.
They claimed to be emissaries from the swamps and said that they wished to have counsel with me about the expansion of my kingdom upon their land. I took it in good faith that they would be willing to compromise. But they weren't. Several of them attempted to kill us. Luckily, my queen and I were able to hold our ground against them.
There were no guards?
Well, of course there were guards, but our guards were taken by surprise, if you will. We lost several good men that day.
Okay, sir, if you don't mind me asking, how did they get in here without alarming the guards?
Well, they asked for counsel, and I gave them counsel.
Ah, okay.
We did learn of one thing from them,
Which
that
was
they were not acting necessarily of their own accord. They had been forced here, if you will.
Why someone else's accord?
By the Black Hands.
Not by the Black Hand.
By the other hand.
And a character question.
Yes.
Has Zed told us anything about... Has he actually told us anything about the Razor Wrists?
No.
Okay.
The most you would know is that Zed was forced to leave his hometown. He's not really been forthcoming as to why.
Okay.
He has mentioned in passing that there was a group of raiders called the Razor Whips, and he might have mentioned their leader at some point, but beyond that, you don't really know.
So Throkk just thinking swamps to the south being forced to flee, or forced to move. He kind of just subconsciously just like glances over it in Zed's direction, but just thinking back.
Okay.
It has, in fact, come to our attention that a black dragon lives within the swamps on the southern border of Reilden.
Oh.
Is that why that one guy wanted to drain them?
Not now.
Okay.
You said on the other corner of Reilden?
The southern
southernmost
border.
Now, the people that came here, I mean, do you have any of them still prisoner, or were they all executed?
Unfortunately, when we did capture them, they took their own lives.
Oh, I see. Do you still have the remains?
This was several months ago.
So that's a no then. Okay.
We have long since laid the bodies to rest.
Was this when you contacted us?
No, that would have been within the same week I left. Or very close to it.
From the sounds of it, that's about right. No, I only contacted you because I heard of your heroism in Embrus, in defending the holy cities.
Well, you know.
And as you can tell, I am a paladin of Arranis.
Okay. I was gonna ask what your...
And I would have no qualms with going and slaying the dragon myself. And this is when Queen Mary rises up. But I would, dear husband.
You've fallen into that old trap, my liege.
The trap of not dying horribly to a dragon by fighting it by
The trap
yourself?
of holy matrimony.
Oh, do the people here also subscribe to the ball and chain idea? That's a shame.
As before you continue to assault the royal marriage, I'd like to point out that of the people who could make slaying a dragon capable and possible, Queen Mary would be very high on the list.
Again, I thank you for your flattery, dear. My husband would want to go off and prove himself to Arranis. But he has the kingdom to run. And a babe to look after, and she gently begins to rub her stomach.
Congratulations.
Wait,
Technically,
did she eat it?
Aera, please.
Aera will explain the birds and the bees later.
Oh shit, that's right, you guys don't do eggs.
King James, congratulations.
Thank you.
Technically speaking, my king, you are the highest acting general. So any action against any force of yours is technically your service to Arranis.
That is fair.
I mean, everyone has something that they'd like to prove to the deity they follow.
I mean,
So it's understandable that what you want to do.
most.
The reason I have called you here,
You want us to slay a dragon.
Again.
I wouldn't go as far as to say slay the dragon.
Rough it up a bit.
I do trust you are fully capable. You must trust that people who rise to power so quickly are...
Whoa, time out. Was King James's rise to power quick?
No, your rise to power was quick.
Oh, our rise to power.
Yes. Your rise to power,
Also,
you have to admit, was rather fast.
We did what we had to survive.
Well,
The gods showed us the way quite literally on several occasions. Pelor even moved the sun to direct us.
got a character question. How was it an adult blue dragon or was it a young blue dragon? Actually, young.
Black.
No. In
the one that we killed.
it was
young.
young.
It was a young. How?
Yes.
Is there any description as to how old the black dragon is?
I was getting to that, actually.
Yeah.
You're
Not
not the only one
sure
that
of
thinks
the age of the dragon, which
Yeah.
is why I would like you to go and
It's a
do
what?
some, as it were, reconnaissance.
Oh, if only we had a stealthy party member to make this easier.
Of our scouting abilities, are
Is that-
perhaps our weakest facet.
Not just of the dragon, though. From the sounds of it, this dragon is oppressing my people. And I will not stand for the oppression of my people.
Oh.
I mean, we can go see if there's any footprints in the swamp or, like, big piles of shit. Excuse me, big piles of dragon dung.
I simply wish for you to go and find where this dragon makes its home. See if there's any people who are willing to aid us, and I will be willing to send a small army to take down this dragon.
I'm gonna do an insight check and just see if this guy is telling us everything he knows.
Yeah, please do.
Why am I rolling so badly?
You're
You put
not
one
sure.
job, Aera.
I'd like to assist her on that, actually. Like,
Can I also
was-
narrow my Dragonborn eyes towards his
I
truthfulness?
have one job and it's to be insightful, and I can't roll above a 5.
can I give her? Can I not inspire her, but assist her, like,
Yeah,
and give her advantage?
yes,
Okay.
Can I make a totally different check as Mavarax?
yes. Well, technically, Arranis, you wouldn't be able to assist her in this. You would have to make your own check for this.
Sounds good.
Okay, let's all just get our insights
Sounds
out.
like a
I
plan.
don't believe him at all.
I have a
I
question.
don't believe him. I nudge Arranis a little bit in the shoulder.
I have a question for the king.
Zed, you feel like he's not telling you the whole truth?
So, how can I actually word this so it's not like insulting the king where I die?
Well, while you're thinking about that, I'll
Sorry,
Question.
Kyle's waving, yeah.
yeah.
Now, while I am more than willing to go ahead and try to find out some more information on this, I was hoping that you might be able to give me any type of information of a different topic when all is said and done.
About the Dragon's Age?
No,
Or...
completely unrelated.
Okay.
To the east.
My king.
If that is what you wish
This-
for your reward, then by all means.
This
That's just me speaking. I'm not speaking for the party.
my king. I've read quite a few stories and told a few myself. With rare exception, this ends with us killing or dying to a dragon. The likelihood of your army being involved is very low.
I will be honest. This is a test of your loyalty.
With all due respect, your majesty.
Is
Excuse me?
I do not mean to offend you. Not at all. But you must understand. When strong people come to our land, we must make sure that they are willing to serve their king. Willing to swear loyalty to their king. Not everyone agrees with what I do. But I would like to know that I am doing something right. I would like to be able to say that the Sentinels of Clelen support me in this matter. I would like to be able to say that.
At this point in our careers, your majesty, the boon would rest in you saying that you trust, that you support us, not the other way around.
Is that so?
Sir, we would gain absolutely nothing from not being loyal to you. If your foul word upon us would only hurt us.
Very well then.
Say we walked out of here and denounced you immediately. There's most of our actions have taken place outside of your borders. We have no influence here.
But you have the hearts of the people.
From what I understand, you do as well, sir.
Oh, is there like a way to like sense motive in this edition, or is that just insight?
It's called insight.
I'd like to know. I want to know why he thinks that we are so
Yeah, like he seems.
Hold
This
on a
seems.
sec.
If we're more
hold
influential than he is, when
Is
there's
this-
so many good people.
Is this what
talking
that
about
old coot was talking about? That they always exaggerate the size of the dragon. What size of dragon do you think? Do you
Yeah,
think we've done something we haven't?
I mean, is he? This
sort of
is
stories
reading
are
up
they
as
telling
lawful
us?
evil on my personal detector territory.
I kind of put up a hand to kind of like. I'm gonna insight check him first.
Yeah, same here, because this isn't registering well with me.
This doesn't sit well with me.
Throck's sitting there with a grumpy face.
This sits fine. This sits fine with me.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, no, this seems totally legit.
I don't know. It doesn't seem
Well,
legit.
I want him to answer my question.
There. Tell me.
Aera knows.
Hand.
Aera knows his social security number now.
Guys. Zeus, oh damn it. I was gonna say that Zeus had a question. And then...
Well, I had asked him, like, what makes him think that we have more influence
I think
over
that's-
the people than he does?
That's what Aera's about to know now.
Yeah, but I physically asked him that.
I don't
He'll
think he
tell
heard you over Katie.
Don't asking asking that question is going to kind of ruin us being able to find out too. So it's kind of for the best that you didn't get answered. This is the rare exception to not being
So,
heard being the good
how
thing.
do I wheedle information out of him like this? I can't just go like, oh, what are you hiding from us or anything like that, because that's too direct for the king, apparently.
It's
Throck's sitting there with a grumpy face. He feels
So
insulted.
let's see here. I need to think here.
when
I
you
can't
call
just. Can I
Reilden
like say
out
if there's
and
something you're
all
not
that,
telling us about the dragon? Is that too bold for the king?
Let me play politics and then just insight check at the end of every answer. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. If we keep rolling d20s, we're gonna know everything before Mike figures out what the fuck.
I also have a decent charisma, so I can also do a little talking.
Yeah.
My wisdom, however,
We definitely need to figure out what he's withholding about the dragon, because he's definitely withholding something.
Don't think about. Don't even remotely suggest the idea of casting spells.
Oh yeah, of course.
Of the two people in the room, of the two of them, I think that the queen is more dangerous.
Obviously.
Hello. Okay. Alright.
And yes, I just did give a whole bunch of social.
Yeah.
You guys are. I just basically just laid out a social minefield to the least social character.
Well done, well done.
You know,
Does the king notice Throck's grumpy face and how he hasn't been saying anything?
Probably not.
you know what? As unlikely as all of this seems to be, I think he's on the level.
I mean,
obviously, you
no. Yeah, pretty much.
sorry, were we supposed to be huddling? Mr. King, sir, I think I kind of get what you're getting at. You need us to help you stay on brand. You want us to go out and basically do a show in your most charismatic sort of, I guess paladins and bards understand a lot more about charisma than I do, but you need us to prove your worth. So
At this point, he kind of bows his head and just says, "I want my people to know that their king has not abandoned them. Even the people in the far reaches of Reilden. To hear that a dragon has lived in our midst for so long, I feel a fool."
My king, you realize that you're essentially sending us on a suicide mission.
I mean,
Terrible.
is he though? Like, we killed him.
We barely survived a
Please
young
forgive me.
dragon.
Whoa, dude, Mr. King, sir, you don't need to. It's fine. Really. This shit happens. Sorry, this stuff happens.
Forgive my impudence, but is there...
Hang on,
What?
Zed, hang on, let Zeus talk.
Oh, is Zeus talking?
He
Yeah.
is, you may have missed each other.
Seems to be muted for me.
Things to say about you.
And
And-
yet there was that.
You are a paladin of Arranis, and that is something that's not taken lightly to some people. And your trustfulness after some sort of a murder attempt on your person that you seem to have staved off for the time being, at least, is relatively seen well upon the fact that you're a king who can hold his own should be seen well upon the community.
But I think it is worth keeping in mind that the king is now going to have an heir.
It's
That maybe he shouldn't be holding his own when he's got a little
Correct.
widow.
Correct, but he also won't have us to protect him for the rest of his life.
It's not about that. It's about symbology.
Exactly.
He wants us to be
Symbolism.
the symbol of him doing it right. The proof in the pudding.
I'm sure
No.
Understandable, but what happens if we fail? If this dragon is as powerful as you claim it to be, what happens if we fail?
That's-
You've sent a very good
That's
people
why-
out to go die.
Mavarax, that's why he's not going to say that he sent us out until after we've come back with it slain.
Now, Arranis, when
That's
you
why
put it-
we're. That's why we're scouting now.
Arranis,
Yes?
when you put it like that, that does not help his case for me. And Throkk turns to look at the king and he goes, "You're worried about the people thinking that the king has abandoned them because of a dragon that has lived within your kingdom for who knows how many years. But I would like to know, where was the king of Reilden 13 years ago? When my village, all of the people in my village and my family were slaughtered by an army of orcs.
Oh shit. Sorry.
Sure, it may be near the border with the realm of the Horse Lords, but it's still within the borders of the kingdom of Reilden. The dragon to the south and the swamps that happen to be closer to your kingdom, to your castle. I understand you'd be worried about that, but if you're talking about worried about being abandoned by the king, my village, my family, everyone I knew as a child, as far as I'm concerned, they were.
13 years ago.
I think that the point is that you're not going to be able to handle everything.
Is the DM talking?
I keep getting a little speech bubble, but I don't hear anything from him.
Yeah,
Mike isn't.
Oh, he's just sitting very still.
Yeah,
I
he's
think that,
moving and stuff,
I think
but
the king is taking it in.
Yeah. 13 years ago. That's as old as I am. I mean, a lot can change
The
in
king
13
steps
years.
forward to you, Throkk, and looks you directly in the eye.
I do not break eye contact.
I am sorry that I have failed you. I am sorry that I failed your people. And if there is anything I can do to help you, I will not rest until those lives lost have been avenged.
And you can tell me, before I go to slay this dragon, what you know of Gorlaus and his army to the east. With or without you and your army, I will kill him.
I know Gorlaz has been amassing an army. We've been keeping tabs on him. We're not sure what his end is. He hasn't raided recently. Simply building. Amassing things. Strange things. Pillars of bone, flesh. Of iron. Steel. Great pyres. Set upon in the fields. Something is happening out there. But what? Even my scholars cannot tell.
Well, we'll probably have to do with this. I just lower my cloak a little bit and turn around, pointing to the eye on my back.
I would
And
imagine
then,
so.
Is there a out of character? Is there like a balcony or something that Throkk can use to go get some fresh air, or does he have to go back through the hallway?
He would have to go back through the hallway.
Well, if that's all you know, I'll wait for everyone outside. Doesn't even bow to the king. Kind of slightly nods his head to the queen, just because his beef was with the king, not her, and just walks out to get to.
Oh, was your beef even with that king though? Like 13 years ago, if he's only like 30?
No, it's just because it's in the moment and Throck's emotions got the better of him.
Okay.
Your Majesty. Hello? Your Majesty?
Are you there?
Damn.
Can you hear me?
King
Ring,
kind of
ring.
turns around and walks back and just sits at his throne and
Look, honestly, I'm down for killing a dragon. Regardless of how this makes the king look or not look, there are people who are in danger because of a monster in your kingdom.
It is our sworn duty to destroy all evil, and black dragons are assuredly evil.
I'm not
okay
really
with it.
seeing the reason to debate over whether we should go kill it.
The debate is...
I will risk my life to do this.
I don't think the debate now rests with whether or not we're going to do this. The debate rests with... And please,
kind of stands
please,
back up.
please forgive my... Please
You
forgive
all
my
have
boldness.
my undying gratitude.
Please
Oh, that's
forgive
nice.
My treasury is yours.
Am I
My
getting
armor
ignored?
is yours.
I'm getting ignored.
My blessing is yours.
Mike, can you hear me?
Take what you need.
He can't hear me, can he?
I don't think he can hear you.
Jim
Can
was saying...
someone tell him to
Jim
refresh
was
because
saying
I've been
things.
trying to get the king's attention before he started the fucking speech.
He at this point he reaches over and takes his sword and he walks up.
Mike,
DM. Can you hear me?
Zed Fallister.
DM? Oh no, I don't think he can hear us.
he can't hear any of us. He's just talking and we can hear him.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Okay,
Oh.
so you're just ignoring us?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
we can hear you.
Jim
Okay.
was
Can you hear me
talking and
specifically?
then
Can you hear Jim?
Okay.
Because
I
I was,
can't hear
I
Jim.
was.
Oh.
Okay, he can't hear you, Jimmy.
Oh wait. Okay, I fixed it.
Oh my god.
Oh, that was rough. Oh my god.
How many times?
he was saying a thing and was just
I literally said Your Majesty like 10 times, and like
I'm
nothing
so
happened.
sorry. I didn't. Oh wait, and Zed's been. Oh Jesus. That probably something that happened with the whisper.
Oh, probably.
Oh.
I
So-
always check all my volumes.
Can we
Yeah.
can we rewind like 2 minutes? Can we
Okay.
rewind 2 minutes?
If he gives that sword to Zed, I'm gonna punch him in the face.
Give it to me. Do it. I need more holy artifacts.
I will punch the king in the face.
We're gonna rewind to Throkk walking outside. Like that's
Okay.
like immediately the first thing out of my mouth was Your Majesty.
Your Majesty, yeah.
It was.
It was.
Okay.
It
So
was.
Throkk walks out.
I don't think the issue will be whether or not we are going to agree to go scout/slay a dragon. I think the debate rests on: do you realize the potential sacrifice you're asking of us? You are essentially asking us to become symbols of the kingdom for mostly your benefit.
5 lives for your reputation.
Butters.
That is a fair point.
Please excuse the boldness. Let's pretend for a moment that we are just happen to be a moral thug. We are certainly more than that, as otherwise you would not have called for us. But what motivation do we have for doing this for you?
The dragon's evil. We must destroy evil.
Thank you, Zed. That's why I led with if we were immoral thugs.
If you were immoral thugs, as you already said, I would not have asked you here. But rewards are not entirely out of the question. If you must, I will provide you with what weapons and armor that I can. And what is more, I can give you my blessing.
Upon our return, military assets for taking care of Throkk's issue.
It will be done.
Military assets for defeating the Black Hand.
I will double the efforts.
I believe that handles Throkk and Aera.
Yep.
If I may...
A letter of recommendation of thanks, if you will, for the advice of one Mavarax Hadar sent to the Dragon Lords.
I was going to offer to send some spies.
I would like to go there myself.
Very well then.
A caravan and a ship would be very nice.
It will be done.
The Oldham Harp.
Does he even have that?
What?
This is so exciting.
He glances back at the queen.
I take a moment while he's glancing at the queen to shoot a little message spell over to Zenorous. What do you want? What do you want? Just tell me quick, tell me quick, tell me quick.
Who's this Zenorous?
Shit, Zed.
Oh my god, what do I want?
And over an eye at the center, she's like, what? What?
Zed. I want a 22-inch plasma screen TV.
I'm gonna need a 70-inch plasma
Plasma
widescreen
screen
TV.
Oh,
With
and
Netflix.
$1 billion.
Honestly,
And I want a new gun. And get a new gun for the police girl. Get that bitch a cannon. Bitches love cannons.
what the hell do I even need? I have pretty much everything that I want, aside from, like, magical shit. And I don't think he can give me that, so I guess just money will be fine for me. Like, I will do this job happily.
Throkk might need a new Elven glaive of
Well, for one, you're not here anymore.
No,
and
I know.
I just secured you fucking the army to help deal with your issue.
I don't need no fucking army. I'm gonna take them on one-on-one.
I don't know if that's actually
My
going to
father
happen.
likes
The queen... The queen...
Aaron gave me a
responds.
wine bottle I owned. I'm doing better at gift giving.
It was the
Queen
symbol! It was the symbol of it!
I am afraid I do not have the Olam harp.
She's afraid
I
she
do,
doesn't have
however,
it?
have the Sil lyre.
Can you spell that for me so I can just type that in?
Cil Lyre.
Is that really? Is that one of the very rare ones?
Yes.
Okay, that's pretty much what I'm getting at.
I hesitate to ask this. And I'm not going to. Okay.
Okay.
The most I would need is also a ship. It's time
What
to
else
put
would
an
you
end.
ask of me?
It's time to put an end to my sad story.
I want to know if they know anything about the scale.
Yeah, I mean, I'd also, let's see, make a request that we be able to use the ship for longer than intended to also travel to Torrentera.
I will make one of the swiftest ships yours.
Thank you.
Is there anything else that you ask of me?
Do you have any information on this dragon at all? Like, what size? How big is it? Anything like that?
We will discuss that before you leave.
Okay.
I do have one more request.
Throkk comes in after he's done with his little hissy fit, just in time for what he thinks might be just the end of the whole conversation.
I'd like access to every library, including the forbidden sections for not
The
for
restricted sections.
for search into how to deal with the Black Hand issue in proper and earnest.
Very well. It will be done.
Oh, we're making requests? Well, I already got my information.
My lady, I didn't realize that you were from the school of Sil. I thought I always suspected Kenneth. The verse of protection.
I am truly of the... Sorry, let me start that sentence over again.
You can open up the verse notes if you need the time. I'll stall.
No, I am actually truly of the school of Olam. But the lyre was given to me as a gift when I was but a wee babe. Who am I to refuse such a wonderful thing?
Where's the lyre now?
In my chambers. Something I suspect that you will never see.
Zing.
How well guarded is it?
No, we're gonna get it if we do this.
So Arranis is with
So you told. So
is in the Queen's chambers.
so whoa. Time out. You just said that you didn't have the harp in your possession.
No, not the harp, the
She said
lyre.
the liar.
The Olam harp. I asked for the Olam harp and she said she didn't have it.
Yeah, but she was just saying the liar.
You want I should inset?
She has the Sil
check her?
lyre.
She has the Sil lyre. I asked about the. She said she was from the school of Olam. And then I asked about the harp again. And then she said she got the harp.
No,
No,
she
the
said that she
lyre.
has
The lyre.
Sil
Okay.
lyre.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
The Sil lyre was given to her when she was a child.
Why are they all string instruments?
Because bards are unoriginal. But they're instruments.
That's why Arranis is gonna make a fucking drum.
That's what I'm talking about.
That death metal bard.
No. No.
I want to make a bard that's a one-man band.
Chicka chunk.
That's basically what Arranis is, because he has all the
I
fucking
also
bardic
promised you my
instruments.
blessing, did I not?
Yes.
What
Certainly did.
I don't know what that means. I should know what that means, but I'm.
Until this task is completed, I give you my blessing. Zed Fellister, please take a knee.
I do so.
Before he does that, he actually goes and he gets his sword.
What if I scare him by like changing my color as soon as his blade touches me? That'd be funny.
So he takes the sword and he raises it above him.
Nice.
May the blessings of Arranis be on you. And he taps your shoulder. And he taps your other shoulder. By the power vested in me, by the great Arranis,
Roll initiative.
and by the people of this great country, I bless you. Arise, Sir Zed Fellister, the light.
We're united!
Zed,
Hmm.
you gain the blessing of protection.
Blessing of protection. I'm just
You
gonna put that
gain a
under.
+1 bonus to AC and saving throws.
Plus
Nice!
1 bonus to AC and saves. Blessing of protection.
Fuck.
Did you say Rock?
Rock.
Got
Please,
a blessing for you. Come back to
Yes.
us.
take a knee.
It's not easy to do in this thing.
I'll stab you right in the
You
back.
eventually get there, and he again raises his sword. May the light and valor of Arranis shine down upon you. By the power vested in me, by the gods, and by the people of our country. Arise, Sir Throkk, the Chainbreaker.
That's Mr. Dr. Professor Patrick.
Rock, you gain the Blessing of Health.
What?
Your constitution rises by 2 to a maximum of 22.
So, the amulet, which had me at 19, I'm still at 19, instead, or does that go up?
That you're still at a 19,
Okay.
but your base increases by 2.
I don't think my saves thing is working, but we'll find out. Let me just roll this real quick, see if it's just a +7. No, it's got the +8, it works.
Yay!
Arranis,
I take the knee.
may Arranius's great power be bestowed upon you. By the power vested in me, by the gods, and by the people of our great country. Arise, Sir Arranis Windriver, Mythmaker.
Mythmaker. What's my name again? I'm like the Lightbringer or
Mythmaker.
something?
You, dear sir,
Okay.
gain the Blessing of Valhalla.
Oh.
This blessing grants you the power to summon spirit warriors, as
There
if
you
you had
go.
blown a silver horn of Valhalla.
I love that one.
Till Valhalla.
I love
Once
that
you
one.
use this blessing, you can't use it again until 7 days have passed.
How many spirit warriors do I get?
Silver horn.
Okay, I'll look that up. And
Yeah,
I'm
it
just
should be in
gonna.
the compendium.
Mavarax. Adar. 7.
I bow and take a knee.
Yes.
Power
That's-
of Arranius. Shine down upon you. By the power vested in me, by the gods, and by the people of of our great country. Arise, Sir Mavarax, the pure. You gain the Blessing of Wound Closure. This blessing grants you the benefits of a periapt of wound closure. Lady Miss Aera. Tic-a-tac.
Tic-tac.
Please, kneel.
Aera takes a knee.
May the wisdom of Arranis shine down upon you. By the power vested in me, by the gods, by the people of our great country. Arise, Madam Aera, the Gentle. You gain the
She gives
blessing.
Arranis the stink eye.
That was totally out of character.
You gain the Blessing of Understanding. Your wisdom score increases by 2 up to a maximum of 22.
Nice. Sweet. So that's a 20 wisdom. That increases all my key saves. Sweet.
Okay, I just learned something cool about D&D.
Hmm.
A perception check can't be less than a character's passive perception.
Since when?
What?
Since when?
I was looking up.
That makes the passive thing make more sense.
I
Yeah.
was looking up lesser rules that aren't understood, and I'm like, yeah, that's fine. Not all spellcasters are ritual casters. Yeah, that's weird.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a few that are kind of interesting that don't really ever are applicable.
That makes taking the alert feat that much better.
Yeah. My perception
Observant.
checks can't be below 23 right now.
14.
13.
So, with that, the king places the sword back in the sheath.
Sorry for ruining the moment.
It's alright.
I'm still wiping up manly tears.
My eyes have been opened. I see.
And with that, the king actually bows to all of you. You
I bow right back at him.
Aera bows back.
Look, here's looking at you, kid.
I pretty much can't die.
But enough of these cold, somber moments. Come, let us feast.
Oh!
And that is where we will end
I
tonight.
didn't know we were getting
No!
a feast.
I'm
Oh
so
my gosh!
I'm so hungry.
Jim, did you just say no?
Keep going.
No, I gotta end it, man. It's a good point to end it right now.
We're off to slay the dragon.
Guys, I can never die unless they all attack me while I'm dead.
What?
Very
Why?
active wound closure. Real nice.
I can summon mini Throkks.
I
Nice.
can.
Yeah.
But they'll never be as good as the original.
Can
I
they
can summon.
actually look like Throkk too? Like, can they be like half-size Throkks?
I summon up to 10 Throkks.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
It's 2d4 plus 2, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you should all make sure that you add in that you are now officially knighted.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I put the,
I wrote Sir Mavarax the Pure.
Oh goddamn! I'm officially.
I
knighted.
changed my my title.
So let's see here. So I want now. I'm Sir Zed the Lightbringer.
Yes.
Oh, I can make my name really, really long now.
Mine is already really long. Sir Professor Arranis Windripper, the Mythmaker.
That's
Sir Professor.
Sir Professor Arranis Windriver, the myth maker.
He's not a doctor just yet.
That's Mr. Dr. Professor?
Yeah, I don't. Never let them forget you have tenure, though.
My name.
I don't have tenure.
You're an adjunct professor.
Aside from the slight technical difficulty at one point,
There's that better.
again, I'm very sorry for.
Alright.
What do you guys think?
Okay, we need to stay on topic more because I'm very upset that we're ending here. As opposed to an hour from now.
Mavarax, Aera, I do apologize that I didn't come up with like super awesome names for you guys.
It's okay.
It's just so ironic because like my character
Like
sheet
that.
has like that really MS Paint black Zed, and it's just the Lightbringer's name now there. It's so fucking dumb.
I like Sir Mavarax, Xavier Hadar the Seventh, the Pure.
Nice. It's good. It's good.
Look what you've done, Mike. Look at what you have done. I hope you're happy.
Mike, you're missing. Zeus, you're missing a comma after your title
Oh, man.
or before your title.
I was telling Zeus and Zach.
The seventh
I
comma,
love,
the
I
Pure.
love those little
Yeah.
spurts of backstory getting thrown out there.
Oh yeah, when Jimmy was sitting there asking for everything, I was like, "This is amazing."
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was good.
I've got an 18 AC right now. Let's go.
Oh, it
So
recalculated
you
my
realize
armor
that I'm
class,
giving
because
you
of course
guys
it
this
did.
stuff so that you will be prepared to fight a dragon, right?
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's going to be an adult dragon, and I'm assuming if it's an adult black dragon, we're not even close to ready to fight it.
Nope.
What's this about the armory?
Because we're about to be, what, 9th level?
Oh, man.
Yes.
Yeah. Everyone gain 1,000 experience points for role playing
Only
tonight.
1,000. Got it.
Only 1,000.